All right. Well, as you can see, we made some significant progress in the engine removal department. Took out the engine, transmission, and transfer case all in one go by myself. First time ever. All right. Wasn't too bad actually, all things considered. Just takes time. Just unbolting things and trying to keep organized with where you put everything and documenting it so that you know where to put it back. I just barely got this engine on the stand. It's kind of crooked and not super duper sturdy. It's a pretty big motor on not that big of a stand, but I think it'll hold. I'm hoping. Kind of suck if it just fell over, but probably tonight I'm gonna get started on pulling off all these accessories, power steering, alternator, water pump and stuff, the distributor and air conditioning and fan, and then valve cover, head, and block. Easy peasy. Anyway, let's look in there, see how you can't see it because I'm just using the light, just looking at the valves. They don't look terrible actually. Here's the transmission. Definitely need to do some cleaning there. Yeah. Here's the flywheel. So, go back and show you here all my parts, my messy backyard. Here's the new radiator, whole bunch of parts. This is mostly interior parts. Here's my new exhaust. These are my drawers, seats. And over here we got body panels, rear bumpers buried under there. Here's the transfer case. Definitely got a leak there. I think I'm gonna do the rear shaft seal, and this is the speedo gear here that plugs in, and usually that goes bad, so I bought a new one of those as well. Pretty cheap, not too bad. And then I got a front one too, just because a front shaft seal. So I'll do those. I'll drain the oil out. I think it's been done pretty recently, but whatever. Here's the front fascia, whatever you call it, part that's flipped upside down because that part's flat and I don't want it sitting on the thinner sheet metal there. Got my hood. You can kind of see the fading in the paint. And yeah. So next steps, taking apart the motor, getting those things off to the machine shop hopefully next week, which is crazy. And then in the meantime, I'm going to build, I think I've mentioned, a little dolly cart thing, and I'll remove the body and get it on that cart. So imagine body of maybe not next week, but the week after is when I'll probably likely get it off. Then I'll start doing work on that to clean it up. I'm gonna keep the arches off, and so I'm gonna weld and seal up these holes, and then gotta just clean it up. And then obviously the roof too. I think I've showed that, and do some cleanup work up there. Take off some of the trim pieces, and then start getting that ready for paint. Anyway, yeah, chugging along, doing pretty well. I've been getting lots of parts coming in. I don't even know where they're all at because they just kind of get put different places. I got new engine mounts and transmission mount. I also got all new body mount hardware. So these are the two for the front piece, but there's another 8, I think, all along underneath it that I'll be disassembling as I pull the body off. And you know, the rubber pieces, the cushions are 30 years old, so they're hard, and hardware's a little rusty, so was like $200 to replace all of it, and one guy did say after replacing all his, there's a significant increase in ride comfort. A lot less vibration, a lot less noise, so hoping that helps, though that wasn't really a concern of mine, but hey, whatever it takes, $200, you know, I figure it's worth it. I'm gonna have the body off anyway. I'm gonna be pulling the hardware apart. And then, once the body is off, I'm going to be taking some additional components off, steering box, and some other things. And then I'll be spraying it down real good. I think I mentioned I'm renting a heated pressure washer. So I'm gonna degrease the crap out of everything and get that heated pressure washer and clean it up real nice. There's just so much crud just everywhere, just lots, all the leaks. You could see how, as I pulled the engine out, you know, it's scraped off all this dirt here, just so many layers of it. In fact, actually, I was noticing on the back side of the engine, just the amount of crud that continues on past the metal. It doesn't look like a lot in the camera, but it just so much crud. I actually, when I was trying to bolt this thing on, went a little too far and had a boo-boo. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I done cracked it, which sucks big time, but I'm hoping the machine shop can weld that back and re-tap it, hopefully. Worst case, I'll run with 9 bolts from the engine and transmission. I don't think that's gonna freaking make it break in 2 pieces, but hopefully, I think they should be able to fix that. Oh my gosh, this is just nasty. So that's actually where the oil dipstick goes. And it's funny, I was replacing, I was putting on this little delete plate kind of thing to delete a part of the emissions, and dropped the gasket and I couldn't get it. It's right there. And so I ended up just doing a high temp silicone. It's kind of funny. There's your gasket. Anyway, that's all I got. Until next time, when hopefully this is in pieces at the shop and that is off. That's the goal, at least. I gotta do some cleaning up in here. I got a big pile of tools and just stuff all over that I gotta kind of rearrange and clear up some space in the garage a little. Make it a little more accessible. I ended up putting some stuff in here while I'm not really worried too much about pulling the body off. Got my new carpet right there. Excited to put that in. That'll be probably I'll clean the body, and then I've got a sound deadener, several boxes actually of sound deadener, and then I'll probably like paint and do all that kind of stuff, and then once it's all done, I'll then put the carpet in. So yeah, anyway, that's all. We'll see ya.